Annabelle. Just doing a quick check-in, get ready with me, random chit chat, because I figure it's better to post something on a whim and just do it out of enjoyment rather than overthink everything or schedule it down to the megapixel. I've decided to take it easy for YouTube and in general anything that's not school related. So sometimes it's not exactly the most stimulating or exciting thing going on, but get back and relax, maybe get ready along with me. I've been in a slump ever since coming back from Florida. I had a 1-week break before spring term. Even last month, I just never put on makeup, and it's not whether I feel beautiful or look good for other people, but it's the ritual and your routine. I can almost associate it with like making your bed in the morning. Changing out of my pajamas was seldom last week, and it made me just feel like I didn't want to do anything. I think that's really normal, like potato. I'm less likely to go out or run errands, and I push things back, I procrastinate, and it's not always the best thing, and it's okay, it totally happens. I don't make myself feel guilty for that, but I do also keep myself in check. Today is going to be a nice day where I changed. I'm wearing jeans, which I never wear in the house. Because I'm in jeans, I'm gonna go out to the cafeteria for dinner. I have been eating canned soup for the last 2 days. Canned soup and Nutter Butters and toast, with the exception of last night because I had dinner at a restaurant with friends. But today I have no choice but to eat at the cafeteria since I'm out of soy milk and bread, and I take home both of those from the cafeteria. That was my little narrative about trying to motivate myself to leave the house. My hair is pretty much done. I've been growing out my bangs to hit my eyebrows. I used to have longer bangs, and I just slowly went higher and higher as I cut my hair. And I like micro bangs, but I'm also enjoying kind of new refreshing look of having longer bangs. Now I remember why I loved it, because if I don't do my brows, it doesn't look as bare. I'm having raspberry and lime seltzer. I think my makeup's gonna be neutralish again. I've been just loving natural makeup. I don't know if it's because I have my natural hair color, so I don't feel as compelled to match fun colors with my fun hair color. I've also been wearing neutrals and blacks. I'm not exactly sure why, because every time I go to my closet to get dressed, I look at all my lovely vintage pieces and all my colorful sweaters, and I don't want to wear any of them because I just don't feel that happy, colorful energy. And I think maybe it has to do with the weather too. Oh my, I forgot. Despite how scarce my eyebrows are, they get really messy and bushy. Well, not bushy, but just really untamed. Being kind of on the less hairy side has good and bad. Like, I never shave my body ever. I know people who feel the need to like wax their arms and stuff, so, but they have beautiful lashes and brows. See, when I don't tweeze often, I'm not used to the prickly pain, and it makes me sneeze. I have thought of just doing brow tattoos. I've heard both good and bad things about that, because somebody who loved it for a month or two later told me that they hate how it faded almost red or brown. From other people, I hear nothing like that, but now there's ombre brows, something like that, powder brows. And I have a couple friends who tried it. I'm thinking about it. It would be really nice not to have to do my brows as much. Do you think it's worth it? I've done extensions for my lashes a couple of times, and that's also sort of it's like high maintenance and a commitment, and I think overall it's not something I can keep up with. I feel like it's not worth it. So for my concealer, I would say that my skin has been better in terms of moisture. Last year at this time I had a couple of allergic reactions and my skin was just so much on the dry side. Oh wow, this is too pale for me. I was just about to say that I really like the Glossier concealer because it has a gleam to it and it matches my face when I don't have foundation on. But I went to Florida last week and tanned for about an hour. We went to the beach, so now I need to whip out my other concealer. A range of shades for my different, because I tan quite easily. So in the summer I use this one from ColourPop. Last night was Valentine's, and originally I was thinking I've been wanting to do a get ready with me. Valentine's Day would be a festive makeup look and I could wear red lips or whatever, but woke up in the morning and I was like, nope, today's not the day. Don't want to get ready, don't want to do anything. But the only thing I pretty much did was go to the gym, and that definitely brings up my mood because of the endorphins. I just feel so much better. A couple of things I'm thinking about recently that I want to keep close and be mindful of is to have persistence and to be adaptable. That's much better for me to focus on rather than saying like, oh, you gotta be talented or spirited or excited and positive. To just have persistence is to have self-discipline, to pick yourself up, to keep trying despite all of the discouraging factors in your life. Adaptability is like when something inevitably doesn't go your way, your sky won't come tumbling down. I know I have very high expectations as a person. I have very specific visions of how I want things to go, and if it doesn't go one way, I take it hard or I take it personally. And yeah, I'm totally a stubborn person. Sometimes that's good, sometimes it's a big weakness. I've also just been doing a lot of thinking and kind of taking breaks, you know, away from social media and electronics and finding what grounds me. Obviously, I feel like for a lot of us, it's people, it's your relationships, and the feeling of sharing the now with someone else. When you're together or when you think of your relationships, a lot of the other superficial stressors in my life subside. I've been thinking about things that ground me. One of them is not crushed bronzer that just sprinkled all over my legs. I have so many goals for after RISD, of course, and I'm excited for that, but I'm also sad to be leaving this chapter and knowing that this is really the end of something. A couple of days ago, school started. You know how it's always staggered? It doesn't begin on Monday. So next week is going to be the full week, and this term I've taken on 18 credits. Normally you take 12 to 15. Most seniors in my department take 12, which is the minimum 9 credits of what we call our degree project. It's self-driven, and we have a meeting with our designated professor. Most of my other classmates are taking one class, like a simple chill one, where they're just fulfilling the requirement. But you know, I'm kind of excited because fall was also chill. I'm so ready to live like sophomore year again, where I had so many classes and so much to do. It's the last 3 months, okay? So I can do this. And then before I know it, I'm gonna be out of here. And I know I'm gonna miss this school, so as much as sometimes I feel like I'm being forced to come here, that's not the case. Just try to be grateful as much as I can, and I'm also here to learn. That's something that a lot of people forget in college. It's like you're not trying to prove that, I mean, yes, you want to get hired, you want to get a job and make a lovely portfolio to show off all your skill sets, yes, but you're also, it's okay if you don't prove that you're making the best work of your life at literally like 21. I'm taking this dusty brown and lining it. This brush is fluffy, so I'm blurring it so it's double the width, but focusing it on the outside. It's gonna stand in as my eyeliner, I think. Yesterday was Valentine's Day, and I'm not really, maybe it's just because I'm in school and very distracted by other things, but I'm not like super obsessed with traditions like that right now. Or like Tyler and I are long distance, and we've been together a while now, so the excitement is it's different than like trying to impress each other. And I surprised him with balloons. He got me a box of chocolates when we were in Florida last week. He was really busy at work, and when the balloon was delivered, I got a text, and they even sent me a photo to confirm, but he was literally not at his desk for over 4 hours, and I was very, very patiently waiting for his happy surprise or thank you text, and it never came. So I was like, what the heck? It turns out that he was literally just not at his cubicle, and he was in the lab area doing a very serious task. So it was really well received. Wanted to do a little gesture because I just knew that he wasn't expecting it, which is more why I did it rather than like doing it in general. I just wanted him to be surprised and have like a little thing to perk up his super busy days. So I'm gonna use a lip liner. I feel like it's such a necessary base for me to get the right shape and the right consistency. It's alright, it's not quite what I'm looking for though. This NYX retractable lip liner is my holy grail. I've used this in like every tutorial in the last 4 years. It's the same one, it's just shade Natural. It has the perfect amount of like a blue undertone for a nude lip. Forgot to contour my nose and cheeks. This has also been my everyday go-to. It's peachy. Maybe a little bronzer. Since that one is shattered, I'm gonna use this bronzer. I think it's a little bit light for me, but as usual, I link all of my products down below down to the shade in case you're interested in any of these for yourself. Wow, look how overboard I'm going with the bronzer. I used to be that girl in high school who just loved the cheek contour, but now that I have less baby fat, I feel less of a need to contour with bronzer. Florida last week was really fun. As soon as I get the next couple of videos of my pipeline done, I'm gonna get to that vlog. Every time I get back from a trip that I miss already, I get really sad looking at the footage right away, so I kind of take some space away from it and then look back on it, because then it'll be fun, it'll be nostalgic. In regards to why I have so many credits, I was supposed to take 1 liberal and 1 studio, but then the only studio I was interested in is a 6-credit class because they meet for 10 hours a week rather than 5, and I didn't even care. I've always wanted to learn ceramics and this is my last chance. I've been waitlisted so many times and I never made it in, and I just want this knowledge, you know? Yes, I'm here to do well in school, but I'm also here to learn, and I'm paying tuition to be here at this school. I would love to be able to learn from that department. And after RISD, I really hope to continue ceramics. That's why I'm doing it, and I don't care. Yes, it's gonna definitely take attention and eat energy away from what I can put towards my thesis, but I'm also trying to think big picture for what I want out of my RISD experience. So that's that. Next week is gonna be the first week where I gauge how I'm gonna time my work schedules and just what I'm dealing with. I'll see, because it could be not as bad as I think, or it could be way worse. But I'm so ready to just give it all I have and enjoy it. So I'm done now. That's it to this Get Ready With Me. Thanks for catching up. Tell me how you're doing in the comments, and I will see you very soon. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time and all your support. Have a great rest of your weekend. Bye!